Hey y'all, I'm Allison Asarch from Nashville, Tennessee.
Hey, I'm Sean Fraser from the Ritzy Kids.
Hunters, this is Johnny from Rail Motor.
Hey, it's Shane from Blind Season.
Hey, it's Rob Stanier, and you can check out my music on all the streaming platforms.
Check out my latest music on all the streaming sites.
Check out my debut album on all streaming platforms.
Check out our new debut album.
Check us out on Spotify and Apple Music. And you're listening to our friends, Braggy and Curly.
And my favorite bands from Australia.
My two favourite podcasters,
Braggy and Curly.
Braggy and Curly.
On the
Unfiltered and Undiscovered podcast.
And Rossi.
Again, hey there, it's Curly here, and welcome to episode 196 of the Unfiltered and Undiscovered podcast. Once again, we play the music. We talk to the musicians, we talk to the artists that you may not hear on mainstream radio. We're missing one of my co-hosts tonight. Rossi is in a pub somewhere watching the Hives. So hope you're having a great night, Rossi. But let's welcome in Braggy from down there in Adelaide. How are you, Braggy?
I'm awesome. Awesome today. We lost a big one, Curly.
Yeah, morning. We did.
We lost the Prince of Darkness. You know, I can't believe how far and wide he has stretched, though, because I was talking to my brother this morning, who's been a guest on the show. You know my brother, and
yes.
He likes to think he's posh out there in Barrel, and he in the car in the morning he goes to get coffee, and he's got Classic FM on ABC Classic FM, and they had a tribute to Ozzy Osbourne on the Classic FM show, like some orchestra was playing one of Ozzy's songs. So just massive. You know, his influence, and with the TV show, hilarious. Where's my beer? Where's my beer, Sharon? Someone's taking my beer. It's you, Ozzy. You're the beer thief. No, look, I read this really good quote today, though, just to sum up, and this is a really good message for anyone who's a musician or any sort of artist. I reckon it's classic Ozzy. He said, last year, I sang for the Queen of England. I met the President of the United States. I got an Emmy and a star on the Walk of Fame. And what did I do? I was just being myself. So that's all you got to do.
That's all you got to do.
Don't try and be anybody else. Just do what you do best.
Absolutely. And as you said, Ozzy had a big reach. It was my wife, Sharon, that notified me today of his death. And this morning, so I was focused on other things, and she walks in, she says Ozzy Osbourne died, and
well, you and Ozzy got Sharon in common.
Absolutely. Hey, Braggy footy tipping. There's been a big change there.
Yeah, I'm killing it now. I finally figured it out, so I'm leading the tipping comp.
Yeah,
but the best thing that happened on the weekend was the Mighty Redlegs, my home team here in Adelaide, local team. Had a big win, so
huge win.
21 goals they won by.
That's just unbelievable.
And I had no one I just went to the parade, the ground by myself. No one else to share it with, but it was good.
Well, that's a shame. And the other big news, of course, I think Rossi got a perfect round in the sport he knows nothing about.
He did. Yeah, he got a perfect round in the AFL. He picked every team. Should have put a bet on.
Unbelievable. And speaking of AFL teams, our special guest tonight supports any team as long as they wear black and white. So Sarah Catania's songwriting captures the complex emotions and uncertainties of navigating life in your 20s. Her music is marked by authenticity and vulnerability, drawing from her own experiences with love, joy, rage, and heartbreak. Welcome to the show, Sarah. How are you?
How are you?
We're good. Sarah, I usually like to start off like our little conversation with finding out about how and when and where music first became a thing for you. Were your parents musical, or was you at school? Just tell me how it just became a thing.
My parents weren't musical. My sister did singing lessons. And then I just wanted to copy her and do singing lessons as well. I don't even know where it really started. I think it was just SingStar at friends' houses and stuff like that.
On the SingStar.
Yeah.
That's cool. I remember that.
Yeah. And I guess it just went from there. I did singing lessons, and then I became a big fan of Taylor Swift in like 2007. And then I wanted to be Taylor Swift, and she played the banjo and she sang country music at the time. So I delved into country music from that. And it's kind of led me to where I am now. Yeah.
Yeah. I think everybody was well, I mean, we're big Taylor Swift fans here, even though country is kind of not the genre that we're most used to, but
yeah,
you got to love.
I love Taylor.
Yeah, or just for her strength, I think, just for her saying to those record guys, that fuck you, I'm going to re-record all those songs. That would just blew my mind.
So powerful, and such a good, I guess, inspiration for emerging and aspiring artists. It's
especially women,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, she didn't take no shit. And you know what? She's only one of a couple of artists that I feel are standing up against, who in America as well. You know, her and Bruce Springsteen, and there's only a few.
Yeah.
So, just talk about your songwriting. Where do you where's your inspiration come from?
So I have been writing songs ever since I was little, and I never realized that until I'd written a song for my year 6 graduation. I wanted it to be in the back of the slideshow of all the photos. And my prep teacher was there, and she came up to me afterwards and let me know that she said it was such a full circle moment, because in prep when I was 5, I used to bring her songs that I'd written, and I
wow.
Oh, wow.
I would have not even been able to spell like 20 words by then, so I don't know what these songs were, but so I think songwriting's always been really deeply ingrained in me, even when I didn't realize. And the older I've gotten, the songs have just become a journal entry. It kind of went through a bit of a process. When I was younger, they were just fun, and I wanted to write a pop song, and then they turned into journal entries, and just a way to kind of get everything out. And then going into my older years, looking more from like an artist point of view, I'm trying to write songs that I would like to listen to. So it's cool seeing the evolvement over time.
Yeah, it's good writing about yourself, I guess, and the things you happen. That's they always say that.
Yeah. I don't think I'll be able to do anything else. It's sometimes it's a lot harder writing from something that you haven't experienced, I guess.
Yeah. Trying to tell a story that you don't know. Plus, it always comes across better. And I noticed that when we talk about some of the songs in your back catalogue that I really want to talk about as well later.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a real common thread throughout your music, Sarah. So
you can tell I lived it.
I don't know whether you've just met the wrong sorts of blokes, or whether you've just had bad luck, or
yeah, it feels like that. But I think all of them have definitely been from personal experience. So maybe just meeting them.
It's probably just a reflection of society. I think.
Yeah.
I guess if we're going to talk about, we're talking about that song, "Those Kind of Men," which is probably my favorite in your back catalogue, because. Well, I'll tell you a couple of reasons. It's pretty close to me. I'm pretty close to someone who was a victim of sexual crime, and so I really understand that. There's some of those lines in there about walking home, and and I think people. It's good that you write about that. Not enough people write about that stuff like that, because. As you know, Curly, when you come here, we go to the footy, and we got to think nothing of having a few beers and walking home from the footy. That's can't. If my daughter or my wife did that, we'd be horrified, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
That's not right.
I do a running podcast as well, and we've done shows wholly and solely around being safe when you're out running, and just it's almost sad that you've got to talk about it, taking the precautions that you need to. And even of a morning, if we go out for a run, or Sharon goes out for a run and I don't, I always be safe, and she'll change the route that we normally go on, so that she's more on main road. So, just to have to think about that is really quite a sad indictment. So,
for sure.
yeah.
So that song, Sarah, it's a little bit different. It's not quite. It's got more of a R&B feel to it.
Yeah,
Feel to it. I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's something in my writing. I think just because it is always so raw and it's just what comes out, and it's not usually very orchestrated, produced. If that makes any sense. A lot of them, especially at the start when I was really developing my artistry, all of my songs just sounded like they were from completely different artists.
But that's good.
Yeah, which was cool. And I think through that, I kind of started developing and finding my sound a little more and mixing different parts of different genres together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you've moved forward to like your new song, Front Row. That's more, and I think it's described as like Shania Twain-esque.
Yeah.
Which I can definitely hear, but I mean, you can still tell it's Australian because when you get to the line, I've got no need for a half-assed Romeo. Like straight away, that's an Australian song because no one else is going to sing that. It's a fantastic line, by the way.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? It starts out, you think, okay, it sounds kind of like,
Yeah,
it's good.
Where I just say arse, and you're
So
like,
it's good. Is that a conscious decision though to try and have that sound, or
no, that's how
Rob
I would
suggested?
say it. No, that's just how I wrote it.
Okay.
There was no thought behind that except half-assed.
The love I need, there's a man that'll roll in like a tumbleweed and prove I ain't asking too much. I was ready for something borrowed and blue, but it was easy to give it up with you when you told me I was asking too much. I'd much prefer you lose me than begging you to choose me. My mama taught me to wear my heart on my sleeve. Papa taught me looking to see, and that works for me. If you got a nickel, get up and go. No need for a half-ass Romeo. I'm precious cargo. You got one shot to blow, and I'm a one-woman show. And take a seat in the front row.
Yeah, I don't mean the line. I mean just the sound of the song.
Oh, sorry. Repeat that question.
I was just saying, is it like, was it a conscious decision to have? That song, Those Kind of Men, is more R&B sort. This Front Row is more rocky. It's more that.
Well, I kind of wanted Front Row was that's just kind of how I wrote it with that rocky sound.
Yeah.
We really wanted Front Row to be like an anthem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's got that really like anthem sound. But that is what we were going for.
And do you play those songs? You got a band, or you just do you play them first before you take them to the studio? Do you give them time to develop, or?
Yeah, we not always. But with Front Row, I wrote that one back in January, and I was gigging with the band straight away, and then recorded it in March. So it was kind of cool, but I felt bad for the band because I taught them this song and then changed a few things with Rod, and then we had to reteach them, but it was fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was produced by Rod McCormick, is that right?
Yeah. He is.
Yeah, we hear his name a lot with the country artists. So what was it like? Was that the first song you've recorded with Rod?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and he was so amazing. He's really well known in country music and I guess Australian music in general. He's such a great producer. And just seeing him working his magic and in action was really, really, really cool. I brought this idea of Front Row, and I kind of had an idea in my head and I could play it. But then it just went from 0 to 100 as soon as he got working on it. And it was a huge process because I would hear him do something and be like, oh. And then once the song's complete, it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Scary.
In a crazy way, yeah.
I guess it's even scarier if you've played it with your band before. So he would use his musos he has there as like session guys, or himself. I guess he's a great player as well.
He plays pretty much all of it himself, and then he'll send it off to get drums. There's a drummer, I think the guy's in Nashville, or there's fiddle in Nashville, and there's a bunch of Aussie people as well. It's just he's got a few different musos, and he knows exactly what songs he wants them on.
Right. Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
fortunately.
So with your previous music, who produced that for you?
So that was produced by a guy named Jamin Long. We went to uni together, and it was his first time ever producing anything.
Oh, so truly like a real indie production.
Yeah, it was super authentic and super raw. It was kind of like a project for the two of us.
Yeah,
it's really cool. It was a good way just to get some songs out there with no money, I guess.
But he had. Oh, sorry, Curly, you go, mate.
No, just no. Back to you. You're going to ask a follow-on question. That's all right.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to ask you about those couple of tracks there. That I think were 2023.
Yeah.
Those Kind of Men and Little She Knows. Is that using session musos? Because I really freaking love the bass.
Little She Knows.
Yeah.
They are all people that I went to uni with.
Oh, right. It's great.
Wow.
Some great bass licks on that.
Bass is played by my bassist in my band.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so
hell, well, he should be playing on front row.
I know, that's the thing. You go to as a producer.
I know.
Yeah, so that guy's on the road with me for sure.
Okay.
So when you wrote Those Kind of Men, was that like a single setting songwriting, or was it like conjured up over a number of days, weeks, months, or did it just get on paper in one swoop?
I'd written that first verse, I think, in one sitting, and I knew that I really liked it, but I knew it was different to anything else that I'd done, so I was kind of hesitant to keep going. It was more of just like, that was really like a diary entry. It was a bit of a rage.
Get it out.
Loads of feelings on paper. And then I think I'd done the first verse, and then a year later I'd finished the song. Because I just really, I knew that I wanted to do it properly, and I didn't want to, half-ass it, as I would say.
Yeah. So it's one of those ones that sat around for a bit.
Yeah. And I wanted to give it, I guess, the time that it deserved, and make sure that I'm making my point in the right way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I understand. That can be frustrating. You come up with this great idea.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, look, it's so good. I don't want to spoil it by.
Yeah, that's kind of how it was. And I think because it's such a heavy topic as well, you got to be careful how you go about things, I guess, and how say things without offending people by mistake. That one I had to sit on for a while, and once it did come out, it felt really right.
I want to wear a short dress and not worry about my safety. I want to stress less when I'm walking home and it's late, and I want to feel comfortable in my hometown. Comfortable in my hometown. Sick of covering shoulders and lowering hands just to spare the eyes of predatory men. I'm sick of not being able to take a drink at the bar in case 5 hours later I wake up in his car. I'm sick of sleepless nights when I'm all on my own, just thinking about the time that he followed me home. I wanna let my hair down if I'm with my friends. It's nice to imagine a world without those kind of men. Yeah, a world without those kind of men. A world without those kind of men.
And it certainly wasn't going to go away, because, as you said, it was almost like a diary note.
Yeah.
So it's sitting there just waiting for you in the background.
Exactly.
And I can understand why that courage to put that out, because I went to see Katrina Burgoyne, and when she was last year, just over the beginning of, was it this year or last year? It must have been this year. And she made a comment on stage that most of her followers are middle-aged men, and she said, I wonder why that is. And she was being a bit cheeky and a bit smart, but I thought, my God, you probably alienated half your audience by sort of having a bit of a piss take on them. So I can imagine that courage of putting that out, but it's a very valid message. So I'm glad you did. So
thank you. And I remember just before I released it, I was really scared and I wasn't sure if I should put it out. Just because obviously so early in my career at that point as well. And I messaged Melody Moko. I don't know if you're familiar with her, but she's phenomenal. She's in country music and she's been always known to really just stand up for what's right. And she speaks her truth. So I messaged her because I kind of knew that she would tell me to do it.
Yeah, I mean, Sarah, some of the greatest songs ever written, I've got the message. That's why they're so good. So good.
Exactly. Yeah, and I'm very big on, I guess, not holding back from what's on my mind and making sure I speak my truth. So I just wanted to start it young, I guess.
Good.
So with your uni project, did you get good marks, or was that part of the grading?
No, I wasn't part of the grading. I wish. Fully I would. No, that was I say uni project, but we had just finished uni and we were doing it at the uni studios.
Gotcha.
An unmarked project.
It would have been
grade if I had done it.
Just distinctions all around, I reckon.
So apart from Taylor Swift, who obviously we found out is a big influence on you, who else? And is there any other influences that aren't maybe musical, maybe from movies or books or people?
Okay. I only really have musical people. I'm sure there's non-musical people, but not that I've got on my mind. Shania Twain, I love.
Yeah.
Because her music's always fun. It always gets me up and dancing, and I love having a boogie. Casey Chambers is a big one. Yeah. Nosy gal.
Yeah.
There's just so many. There's another one that I always forget to say, and I'm forgetting it again. Well, for now, we'll stick with Taylor Swift, Shania.
And Casey.
Yeah.
Well, Casey's so authentic too,
Oh, exactly. That's what I love about it. Yeah, and you can really see that when she performs and in her live shows.
Yeah, she can tell she's a hard ass.
Yeah, which I love.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite part of the recording process?
I think my favorite part is I love recording vocals and then hearing it come to life. But I guess just sitting back and watching the producer do his thing and hearing over the day or however long it takes, hearing the song really come to life, and you start to get a glimpse of what it might sound like. Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, when you take it to see how the song evolves.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And you've had some chart success.
Yes, bits and pieces. Getting there. Yeah.
When you think of Melbourne, I don't really think of country music.
Oh, no one does. Neither do I.
That's a great answer, Sarah.
That's
a good answer.
I just did a tour up in Brisbane, and we did Sydney, and we played at all these cool honky tonk bars.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was like, Melbourne is the capital of music, apparently. Not one.
Oh, lucky. Well, if Rossi was on here, he'd say it was Sydney.
Yeah.
Well, he's a Sydney boy, but
okay.
Yeah.
It kills me. We've got nothing down here. We've got one Western themed bar, but it's like half an hour out of the city, and we've got no country scene down here. It's shocking.
Yeah, it's crazy. You played Chattahoochees up here in Brisbane?
Yeah.
So I've been meaning to get there because every time we've got an artist on, they say, "Oh, we played Chattahoochees last week," and I'm going, "Oh, Chattahoochees," or however you say it. So,
so much fun.
Yeah, and the place is packed from some of the video I've seen of it. So
it was packed out, and they sell cowboy hats, and everyone's there having a dance. It's just a really, really fun night.
Yeah.
It feels like that little part of Queensland there in the hinterland of from the Gold Coast. It seems to be. Is that where Rod's studio is? Kind of. He's kind of
Central
Coast.
Central Coast. Yeah.
Central Coast.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So that kind of, it seems like that's becoming a little country hub.
Yeah. Well, you think about it. You've got Sydney, the capital music of city of Australia. You've then got the Central Coast scene, where you've got Rod and Courtney Kyles from Central Coast, and then you bubble up north, and you've got Katie Brooks from the Northern Rivers area.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Brisbane area, and then you've got the Gympie Muster. How's that for a segue?
Yeah.
And are you playing there this year?
Yeah, so I'm playing at the pre-muster. I'm actually opening up the entire festival. I'm first, which is
wow.
No pressure.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway,
You take your band with you there, or do you get a pickup band?
That'll just be, I'm just going to do that with the guitar. So there'll be two of us playing guitar and we'll have a foot song.
Nice.
I'd love to bring the band up at some point. That would be really, really fun. Hopefully next year.
Do you get a few gigs just like that, just like solo, or?
Yeah, I do a bunch. I play down in Vic, solo gigs all the time, probably like 2 or 3 a week.
Okay.
Band ones aren't as common, but they are heaps and heaps of fun.
Yeah, well, solo ones are really good for testing your song out too.
Yeah,
it works with just the one guitar. Hey,
solo gigs, I'm always playing new songs and seeing how they work, and even just practicing them to memorize them.
yeah.
All right. So the song I really like, I enjoyed every song I've heard from you, Sarah. So I think the Little She Knows I liked, but Here I Am is a real so tell me the backstory around Here I Am.
So I wrote Here I Am with another emerging artist named Freddie Bailey, and we were at the Academy of Country Music in Tamworth.
Okay.
Like basically you get paired up with heaps of people for co-writes, and that was our pairing of the day. And I had this idea, I really wanted to write a song about how it feels being an aspiring or an emerging artist heading to Tamworth Country Music Festival or any festival, and just wondering how different it's going to be for you in 5 years or 10 years. So it's a real dreamy song. And I guess, that's what Here I Am is about. It was really just based on, I've been going to Tamworth and playing at the country music festivals for next year will be my 14th, which is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. And I started busking and then slowly get some gigs. And it was just kind of based on that feeling of driving up every year. And even 5 years ago, if I was looking at what I was doing now, I'd be stoked. So it's that little reminder.
Yeah. I want to ask about.
Windows down, got the radio on, not a care in the world. So much out there waiting for this little girl. Is what I see what it could be, everything that I dreamed of. The rolling mountains and the sunlit sky. I won't come back the same, everything will change. I won't walk the streets filled with disappointment. 'Cause here I am, standing on my own 2 feet. Here I am, right where I'm supposed to be. Here I am, the only one that believed in me was me. Here
I want to ask about those because, and I can't believe I've never asked this question already, Curly. But you know how we've had people here who've been in Nashville and gone to the writing sessions as well. You know, they have those writing rooms where they go.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking about myself. If I was, paired up with someone to write, surely there must be someone's got to be the alpha in that. Is it like what happens there if someone's like, no, it's got to go this way, and you're
that can happen, and they're not very enjoyable people to write with. But it doesn't really happen in Australian country music that I have experienced, because everyone's super humble. But if I was paired with someone that just thought their idea was the only right idea, it would be a pretty boring songwriter.
Yeah, but I just must. I'm
Yeah,
just thinking
it
about
would definitely
I'm just
happen.
thinking about myself with when I take a song to the guys in my band, and they
Yeah.
want to do something. I go, no,
Yeah.
I'll be.
Yeah,
I
it's
hope
hard.
I wouldn't be that guy.
It can be hard. Sometimes I'll get attached to an idea, and I've got it in my head a certain way, and then I'll take it to a group to co-write it, and then it changes, and I'm like, oh, that's not what I meant. But it's fine because you can always write the song your way, and then have that as a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's hard
I
though.
guess I don't know how you feel, but you're really only attached to the song until it's done and it's out there. Then it doesn't belong to you. Anyone can do whatever they want, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think it can be difficult sometimes and even just like the pairing. Sometimes you'll be paired with someone that you're not as compatible with in a writing sense.
Yeah.
That's fine. You just sit there for an hour and a half, and then you go home and you don't do it again.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
We hear that a little bit too, don't we, Bragg?
Yeah.
Sometimes you realise the people you don't want to write with, and you just never do that again.
Yeah,
so.
You just don't have to do it, which is great.
And I'm guessing there's almost that sense of mutual benefit because we don't often hear that those people that didn't gel in a writing session are then ringing back saying, hey, when are we going to write again?
Usually you can tell.
It's normally a mutual thing. That didn't quite work out. So
yeah, for sure.
Awesome. So you just had as you were saying, Melbourne, Brisbane, Gold Coast, New South Wales, Sydney, Jolene's. What's like even just the name of that bar just makes you want to go.
It's so fun. That was one of my favorite stops on the tour, and the crew, the owner Simon, he is fantastic and looked after us artists so much. It's just one of those things again. It's a cool honky tonk bar, something that I'm liking, so I need to go back.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've played Tamworth like 14 years. Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, so next year's my 14th year, which is insane.
Now listen, Sarah. We have this thing that we always talk about on this show is that because we have so many country artists on, and we have this thing is if you go to Tamworth and if you get on the red carpet, okay, when you get the interview, you've got to give us a shout out, but you don't have to say our name. You just have to say shout out to the boys.
Okay.
Now, we've had one already, Curly, haven't we?
Yeah, Brittany Elise has been our very first artist, and she is an absolute legend. She is our favorite artist of all time. And which reminds me, she should be back on the show direct from Nashville.
Oh, she's going to Nashville.
End of August. Yes, she's living in Nashville and going in. Like she's so busy, but hopeful will be towards the end of August. We will have another show with Brittany because we're just not worthy of Brittany. So, but that's
You make our guest feel,
No, Sarah. We know when you're next on the red carpet, all we need is just a quick shout out to the boys, and that is the only invoice request we have for people coming on the show.
Perfect.
I want to ask you about what you feel success is like. There's one girl we've had on the show from Nashville who we asked what her ambitions were. She said, "I've already fulfilled my ambitions. I'm in Nashville and I'm playing. I haven't got any hits. No one really knows who I am, but I'm in Nashville and I'm playing gigs." So, what's success for you? Have you already achieved it, or have you got more ambitions?
I think if I had asked myself 5 years ago, that now I would say that I've achieved success.
Yeah.
So I probably have, but success to me is just being able to write, share my music, and perform for a job.
That's awesome.
And not be held back. That's what success is for me, just to be able to do it.
Well, that's a true artist. Just wants to get their stuff out there.
Yeah.
That's good.
Excellent. So what's next on the agenda for you then, Sarah? So more music, new music coming out. Is there an album in the works, or do you want to put an album out?
Not an album in the works currently. There is new music coming this year, very, very shortly, which is exciting. I just looked at the date at the top of my laptop.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're just doing the single thing? Put a single out?
Single thing for now.
Mhm.
Just to, I guess, kind of build up and get
Yeah.
a foundation. Then hopefully one day I will do an album. I'd love to.
Yeah.
Just gonna save my pennies. See how it
Yes,
goes.
it's expensive.
Yeah.
We always talk about it on here because obviously, we're old guys and so we come from that era. But I just find lately, Curly, we've had more and more artists who have really wanted to make that bigger piece of art. But I know it's hard because, you've got to write a lot of songs.
Yeah.
If you got a 12-song album, you got to write maybe 20 songs or something to make that one big piece of art so they all fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The concept of the long piece of art is the thing that is, I think, more and more artists are yearning to do. And in the world of Spotify, it's challenging to do. But I follow a lady on Instagram, and she's like a music attorney or something, or there's a couple of them that are out there giving advice. And the way that they look to Spotify nowadays is they call Spotify a marketing channel, so put your music on Spotify, you don't expect to get paid. It's a marketing channel. It's where you send people to hear your music and then you divert them off to your web page or to Bandcamp or wherever to buy merch, to buy tickets, etc., etc. So I find that interesting. So is that a formula that you're familiar with, Sarah? Or
I think it all is just a bit of a marketing thing now. And it's just you're trying to get people on every I guess social media platform and streaming platform, but then the big thing is you want that to turn into bums in seats at shows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%. So it in many ways, Spotify is now just almost seen by some as just another social media channel.
Well, yeah, you kind of I guess you got to like update your photos and your bios, and they want videos on there now. I guess it's just, and it's to push the song, but I don't know. There's so many layers.
I know, it's tough, eh?
Yeah.
Man. Well, that's why we do this show, because we just talk to people who have got the 2,000 likes or whatever it is.
Yeah.
100%. So, but you would be, I would imagine, a lot more comfortable with the social media world than what many of our artists are, Sarah. I mean, simply an age thing. You've grown up with social media, I would guess, largely.
Yeah, for sure.
But are you comfortable with it? Are you comfortable putting yourself out there?
Yeah, I actually love it.
Well, hey, the film clip's great, and you're putting yourself out there for that. So
thank you. I got Instagram, I think, when the app was created, in I don't know what it was, but I had it in 2010. And I had a Taylor Swift fan account that actually,
nothing wrong with that.
Back then, got heaps and heaps of followers. I at the account. But I've been loving social media ever since I was little. I love taking a selfie and posting videos of me singing and stuff. So I think that I kind of grew up loving it. So now it's just exciting that I can do it and call it working.
Yeah.
Call it working.
Anyway, sorry. May as well.
Absolutely.
So the film clip, that was in a bar in Melbourne?
Yes. Yeah.
Is that a honky? Is that a country bar?
It's just a band room, but it was cool. It is a very cool spot. It's the Evelyn Hotel.
Okay. Did you come up with any of the ideas for that, like with the guy sitting there?
Bits and pieces. So I was chatting to Jay Sini, who filmed it, who produced it, and I sent him the song, and I was like, I'm feeling like I knew the band room, and I was, we both had the idea of I'm singing to a guy that just doesn't care I'm playing until everyone else cares, and then it's just too late.
Yeah.
We got to that point together. But then Jay showed up on the day. I flew him down from Sydney, and he just told me where to stand and what to do, and it was perfect.
And are they all your mates in the clip?
And my cousins.
So you got Italian background, yeah?
Maltese.
Okay, yeah. So you got heaps of relations.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I sent in the family group chat and said, "You have no choice."
And that's the boys in the band playing there?
Yeah, so that's my band. So they're the two of the guys are from the uni band that were on all the old songs, and then my guitarist was actually my singing student a few years ago.
Wow. Yeah, it's certainly a lot of fun, and you certainly drew a crowd really quickly. So, yeah, you sort of pick up the story. So, who is in a typical Sarah Catania audience when you do play live?
Ooh,
what does it look like?
It really just depends on the gig, but I think people in there it just depends. It's a very, very vast age range. It's just usually people that want to have a boogie and have a dance and like having a drink or two. That's my crowd, I think.
Yeah, that just sounds like a normal crowd, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Aussie crowd. No matter what genre you're playing.
Yeah. And do you play any covers at all when you play live, Sarah?
Yeah. I do a lot of cover stuff down in Vic still. And I love playing in my original shows as well. I love throwing in a few covers. I love singing Jolene. It's my favorite thing. I always do a couple because if I'm at a show, sometimes I like a cover thrown in. So if it's
of course, you do a Taylor Swift cover.
I do Love Story sometimes, yeah. And there's her other stuff as well. I do Betty from her. I think it's Folklore or Evermore, but not as many people know that one, so I just do the ones that everyone knew.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting. Sarah, let's talk about your social media channels. So if someone's listening to and hearing about you for the very first time tonight, where can they go follow you, check you out, whatever? Where's your favorite platform to send them to?
Probably Instagram or Facebook. They're both linked together, so whatever one you have. Instagram, it's Sarah Catania Music. My name's there somewhere. I don't know where it is. And then Facebook, it's just Sarah Catania. And you'll see I'm wearing a cowboy hat. You
don't do the TikTok?
I do the TikTok, yeah. Sarah Catania Music. I've got a heap of vlogs and stuff on there.
Oh, I fucking love TikTok.
It's so much. Oh, I'm a big TikTok scroller.
Me too. I just go.
Making content, I'd probably be famous by now, but unfortunately, I just like to later.
I know. I go. I end up in crazy places.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, you see with a lot of artists on TikTok, it's a little like it seems that we try and be more professional on Instagram or Facebook, and then on TikTok we sort of say, well, let's just give this a crack. Yeah, and we're a little bit more authentic. I find with a lot of the artists that you see on there.
Yeah, I find myself guilty of that, and then sometimes I'll take something funny on TikTok and I'll just put it straight on Instagram. And I honestly find that content always does really good as well because that's the stuff that I love watching.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what shows are coming up in the future?
So we have we've got the Gympie Pre-Muster.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that. And then I'm heading to Europe for a few weeks. So I'll be out of town.
Oh, nice.
So excited. I'm going to Malta. I'm going to go see the in-laws and the family.
Oh, cool.
And then heading to Tamworth at the start of next year. Oh, gosh, there's so many shows. Have a look on my socials. I always post a gig guide. But as of right now, I cannot think of any except those.
No, that's cool. And just Tamworth. Just don't forget hashtag shout out to the boys. So.
Shout out to the boys. I'm going to go.
To the boys. And you got no gigs in South Australia, Adelaide? We got.
No, but I have so much family there.
Shotgun Willie's is a place.
Shotgun Willie's. Okay, I've got so much family over in Adelaide. So
have you? Oh, that's right. All the Port supporters.
Yeah, all the Port supporters. Your favorite. I really need to get over there.
Cool.
Yeah, Collingwood and Port, which we haven't really talked about. Just the
Collingwood, they're starting to choke a little bit.
Sarah. I know, but I think we're going to win the grand final, so we'll just have to wait.
Probably, maybe.
I'm feeling pretty confident.
Yeah, just watch out for the Crows. They're looking good.
You reckon?
Yeah,
Oh, mate, it's just sneaking up the Crows.
yeah.
And see, Curly's Brisbane, so look, it could be the top three. We've got the top three here.
Oh,
And then my second team's Hawthorn, so
okay.
it's up there somewhere as well. So
We'll keep an eye on it.
All right.
all right, Sarah, it's been absolutely wonderful chatting with you today. We will have your links in the show notes. We will also have added your music to the Unfiltered and Undiscovered playlist. You are now in our Undiscovered Country Female Artists Breaking Through playlist. And of course, you're in our Unfiltered and Undiscovered Every Damn Song playlist. So they are available on Spotify. Next week's show, Braggy, we have got another far north Queenslander, born and raised in the small country town of Innisfail. We've got Chloe Marks. Chloe Marks, who is from Chloe Marks and the Mayhem. What a cool name. And she's been immersed in music from a very young age. She picked up drums at 5, learned guitar at 8, and has been singing for as long as she can remember. So I'm looking forward to catching up and meeting and having a chat to Chloe and Chloe Marks from Innisfail. I think
that's Billy Slater. Billy
Slater country. Yeah, absolutely. So if you've enjoyed this show, if you've loved what you've heard, hit follow, share the show. Of course, dig into our show notes and follow Sarah wherever you may find her. Dig deeper on our Spotify playlist. There's over 500 songs on our Every Damn Song playlist. So if you've got nothing to do for a day or two, just put it on and check it out. There's some really great music on there. We share more artists, more stories, and there's more reasons to listen. And of course, this is Unfiltered and Undiscovered, and we will see you all again next week. Once again, thank you so much, Sarah. It's been a wonderful pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me. See you guys.
See ya.
I'm fighting with myself, don't really know what I am doing, but I gravitate towards you like the planets in the sky. My heart aches when you're absent, but my head pounds when you're near. Am I ruining a good thing based on fear? Ooh, should I believe that you have changed? Ooh, I never healed quite the same. Ooh, if I wish upon a star, can we make amends and leave it in the past? Or are we Venus and Mars? I've tried to step away from you, but I can't resist the urge. The thought of you with someone else makes my stomach turn. Are we meant to be together, or are you just another lesson? I hope one day this whole thing makes some sense. Ooh, should I believe that you have changed? Ooh, I never healed quite the same. Ooh, if I wish upon a star, can we make amends and leave it in the past? Or are we Venus and Mars?